Hello, this is Dr. Manuel Valera, and in this video I want to do a brief overview of my teaching philosophy, how I go about my teaching, how do I handle my classes, and I also want to do a quick demonstration on D2L and how I use D2L on my teaching. And this is something that is not easy to do through Activity Insight, so I decided to do a video to explain these ideas. So before we go on the details of my teaching, let me give you a brief overview of the courses in the physics department. Basically, we have two sets of courses. We have general basic courses. These are courses for large audiences, typically 90, 80, 100 students. My Elements of Physics one that I'm teaching right now has two sections, and each one has 100 students. And then we have the major courses. These are courses like thermal physics, computational physics, engineering mechanics 1 and 2, quantum mechanics. These courses are typically less than 20 students, and we teach in a different way, these courses. And one comment about engineering mechanics is also taught via ITV. So when I teach here to the students at SRU, I'm also teaching students at Edinburgh University. So for all my courses, I think there are three key points that I always try to keep in mind. One is keep students actively engaged, keep them active, doing stuff in class. That's what is important. I accomplished that to a large extent using physics education research tools. We have acquired quite a few of those over the years here at the physics department, and we have used them with great success in our classes. Also, about half the class, half my class time, I devote that class to hands-on activities with the students. I try to have them do stuff during half the time in class. Another important idea in my teaching is to relate concepts to everyday life. If I'm teaching what a force is, instead of teaching the abstract concept of a force, which I do, but I prefer to spend most of the time just pushing a chair and telling the students, this is what a force is. If I'm going to teach you what a force is, I better show you what it is. And I think you learn better by me showing you that than by just going first through the abstract concept and through that whole procedure. So making demonstrations and examples that relate to real life is a really important tool in my teaching. Finally, the last point, and I think this is very important, is that I like to give students a clear roadmap and organization of the class before the class starts. So I do that through D2L. So basically, for the fall semester, I spend summer organizing the class and designing the class and laying out what I'm going to be doing every week. And for the spring semester, I do that in winter. And once I have that done, I put that on D2L, and the students have that information available to them. They have that roadmap. They know what the expectations for the classes are. They know what they're going to be doing each day of the week, and that is a tool that I believe is very helpful for them to be successful in the class. What do I do during class time? Well, I like to break my class time in little pieces, and each piece is about 20 minutes long and is composed of a short lecture, 10 minutes normally, some cases 15 minutes, and during that lecture I just talk about one thing, one point, one idea. For instance, I'm going to talk about centripetal acceleration during those 10 minutes. And then after I'm done with that, we go on to do one activity about that idea. And that covers a piece of 20 minutes of my class. And then I go on and repeat this cycle 2 or 3 times, depending on how long the class is. And that is how I structure my classes. So short lecture, activity, and repeat, and keep doing this cycle. So then, to summarize my teaching strategy for both general physics courses and major courses, I have short lectures, the cycle short lectures and repeat. I try to organize my class through D2L, and then I set this roadmap for my students, and I show them what is there for them to do. We here at the physics department, we have extended office hours. We have open door policies, so students actually can come anytime, and we help them with their work and their classes. So now let me go ahead and show you a sample page of D2L and how I organize my classes on D2L. So here, this class here is the Physics 201, Elements of Physics 1 that I'm currently teaching as of October 2017. This is one sample, but the other classes that I have taught in the previous semester, they have a similar format for General Physics 3 and General Physics 2 that I have taught during the previous 4 semester. They have a similar format. I'm just showing this because it's the one that I'm working on right now. So if we go here to the table of content of the D2L page, then you can see here that on this left side we have a week by week details of what we are going to be doing that week. So if we go on week 1, for instance, here what we see is we have the material that we are going to be doing on Tuesday, we have what we are going to be doing on Thursday, and we have the lab for that week. If we go on week 2, for instance, we click here on week 2, and then we have Tuesday again, we have Thursday, and we have the lab. So on each one of these days, for instance, let's click on week 1, day 1. The day has, on D2L, I said I have a set of lectures. These are online lectures that I design and produce. Then we have problems. There are problems that sometimes I design, sometimes I take problems from Dr. Chavis or from Dr. Herat, or I have my slides, and then I like to add videos from other places where things are explained in a different way. It's good for students to see different approaches. In particular, I like Khan Academy, and I add videos from Khan Academy. So let's see here my lectures, my online lectures. If we click here on lectures for the first day, then here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos that I produce. These are short videos, about 5 to 10 minutes each. Each one covers one concept, and then you can click on any of these. For instance, let's click on this, velocity and speed, and the student then can watch that. Okay, so now we are going to start talking about two important concepts, velocity and speed. Let's fast forward this a little bit here, and then see by 1 second divided by 1 second, that gives you your speed, right? So, and 60 minus 80 is minus 20 feet divided by 1 second. So the speed for 2, the velocity. That's for my online lectures, so they are set there. Then there are problems here that I also produce. These are in here. I actually work out problems, typically problems like they would have in the exam, so they can see how I do problems. This would be the equivalent to having tutorial sessions for the students. And then I have my slides and the extra videos. We can click on another week and see this, that we have a similar format for that. We have the material for the Tuesday lecture, material for the Thursday lecture, and lab. So here we go, and then on Tuesday we cover the main idea of circular motion. We have the lecture slides here, the lecture videos, we have extra problems, we have extra videos here that I collect from places. In particular, these two are from Khan Academy. And then, and finally, we have, in some cases, we have material from other explanations and other explanations from other sites that are helpful to the student. So in general, so this is a very important tool to the students because they get the outline of the class week by week and day by day and lecture by lecture. Also, if you notice here, the exam dates are already set from the beginning of the semester. So we have, in particular for this class, we have 3 exams and a final. So we have 3.5 weeks before each exam, 3 to 4 weeks. And the students know exactly when the exam is going to be, what is going to be covered in the exam, what they need to know, what the expectations are. And that is an important tool for the success of the class. Well, these are the ideas that I wanted to discuss in this video. Please feel free to ask any questions if you have one, and thank you for listening.